Now these Halloween pumpkins sum up my expressions when I turned up today and found the front lawn looking in this condition. After heavy winds and rain over the weekend, we've had a lot of leaves come down. So the worst thing we can do is leave these on because they're going to cause disease, and there's going to be loads of worm casts under there as well. So we're going to get them off today, and we're going to have a catch up on the work that we did 2 weeks ago. So let's start getting these leaves up and let's see how it looks. Before we see the results, let's have a look at what we got up to last time. If you remember, we gave it a Scarify and we took out quite a lot of necrotic growth from underneath all the nice grass. And then we went on with the Autumn Punch, followed it up with the liquid feeds, Dan's Winter Magic, Refine, Winter Shield and Orbit and Grace. And then we watered it in because there was no rain due. So let's join it back now today. So just starting at this end, there's no visual kind of remainder of the Scarify that we did last time. It's come back nicely. Even though it has been windy and rainy, the temperatures have still been quite high. They've only just dropped over the weekend to like 8 degrees. So the feed that we put on the Autumn Punch has kicked in nice, and the liquids as well. Well, I thought that was a worm cast, but no, just a little one underneath it. So what we'll do is we're going to get these leaves up. So we've got a bit of a dilemma, is because there's too many on here. If we could just start with the mower, but they're just going to end up filling the bag really quick and not picking up, and they'll end up ripping, and then all that mulch will fall back out onto the lawn, which is what we don't want. So what we'll do is we're going to blow them onto the road over there, and then we'll pick them up off there because we can blow the road as well at the same time, and then we can have a proper look of how it looks underneath and what damage has actually been done in the 4 days that these have been on the lawn. But just before we do that, I'll just show you up close. Lovely and green, absolutely beautiful, just looks like summer. Alright, so just have a walk over to the area where all the leaves were sat. Sun's just come out, but we'll go into the shade so we can see better. So there's no actual visible damage yet. Now that can be a couple of things, I guess. Could be that they all fell this morning, so they've not had time to cause any light issues yet. Or it could be that the 5 ALA in the Winter Magic is giving us that protection in the shade under that light, because it's good for the low light levels. So even though it's covered, it's just giving us that extra time for us to get those leaves off, which could be a good thing going forward, because the last thing we want is when it's looking this good. Never seen it looking this green really at this time of year. I don't think I've ever seen it looking this green in the summer, to be honest. So I'm really pleased. Let's have a walk over here. In the main, they were really bad here, weren't they? So we'll just go there. It just looks as good, other than the worm cast damage, just looks as good as down there. Over here the same, it's just worm cast damage. That's ruining the day for us. So what we'll do is we'll get the hater out, and because we've been cutting that way a lot recently, we'll mix it up today. We will cut that way with the rotary, and then we'll get on it with a cylinder the normal way, and that'll stop us getting over time you get the ribbon where you end up like your mower jumps, because it's creating lumps underneath the soil where the vibrations are the same all the time. The soil starts to move and you get that like ribbon or washboarding effect. But the leaves that are left will get picked up by the mower, no problem. I just had a quick look down here as well. This gets no sun whatsoever down here now, and this as well is looking as good as everywhere else. So the key is now is just to keep it going as long as we can, and if we can get to Christmas looking like this, then this will be absolutely ideal. So just going on with the hater, just keeping it on number 2. Like I said in my last video, they just seem to be cutting differently this year, and just been able to keep on number 2, but they do tell me that they haven't done anything different to the new machines. If your lawn is quite heavy and you're worried about doing damage, then just cut once with your rotary mower. You don't need to bother with the cylinder. That's just an overindulgence on my behalf, and I can do that here because I've got a nice solid base. Just having a quick look round the back. I'm just filming from this angle because the sun's out and it's getting in my eyes. So can't see what I'm doing. So just thought I'd bring you over to this corner. So we've got quite a few leaves dropping off this beech, this pleached hedging. If you remember last year, this wasn't doing very well at all, but this year it is. Although after a bit of heavy rain over the weekend, it's a bit squelchy, so we'll have to be careful over here. I might just avoid this bit when we first go on with the Rotary, but I can't avoid, or I can't avoid, I can't not do the rest of this because this is absolutely fine. It's just that corner. So we did this, what, 3 weeks ago was it? We did the renovations on this, or 4. The last time we were here when we did the front, we put the same liquids on the back, and again it's paying dividends. So yeah, so got the hater ready to go. So let's give this one a cut as well. Okay, rotary and cylinder cut done. Looks absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious. Load of worm casts, but nothing we can do about them. And then from this angle, looks absolutely fantastic as well. So Howard mourned a few weeks ago, and quite rightly, that it looked a bit yellow because just couldn't get on it. We did the front, but just couldn't get on the back due to the weather. But now we've been on it and everything's kicked in. It's looking absolutely fantastic, and again, if we can keep this looking good till Christmas, you'll be happy with that as well, and so will I. So let's go cut round the front and let's see how that looks with a cylinder cut. I think it's going to look better than this, to be honest. And I didn't take off as much this time. If I just show you the bag from this time, and if you remember last time how full it was, just have a look at this. So there's hardly anything in there this time. But if we just have a look at last time, you can see how much we took off, and took it a little bit shorter than I would have liked, but it's come back as we've just seen. Okay, so that's the cylinder cut done. Looking beautiful. If you'd have offered me this in March, I would have snapped your hand off, no problem whatsoever. Lots of worm casts, but not much we can do with those. Tried everything, unsuccessful here as well. There's Steve's, if you saw that last week, that was ridiculous. Been there today actually, and there wasn't that many today. There wasn't as many as I thought there would be, so that was small mercy, but still was an absolute mess, especially with all the rain. But yeah, if all we can ask for this time of year is keep disease away and green, and if we can get a stripe as well, happy days. So yeah, that is the front done. Okay, so that's this catch up done. Everything's looking hunky-dory here in Chorley. So there's not much more to film here, and I am sorry that we've not been able to get around all the jobs as much as I would have liked this year. We've kind of neglected some in terms of filming, but not actually in doing the work itself. It's been such a hectic schedule with the Galactic project, and then all the droughts that we've had have just meant all my time has gone on watering. But there's still plenty to come, and we're hoping to get back to all those jobs before the end of the year, and we've got plenty of jobs coming up as well. A few landscaping jobs which I don't normally do, but we've got a fencing project on and maybe a little patio to do as well. And people always ask, what do you do in winter? Well, this is the kind of work we take on now. I just don't normally document it, but we're going to introduce you to Grumpy Neil, who I have working with me. I've known him for 30 years, and we first met at Arflane Nurseries, and he'll be coming along sharing his expertise as well. So until we meet again, take care, and we'll see you next time here on Danny Hibbert, Lawn Expert. Bye for now.